The Chinese People's Liberation Army (PLA) Navy has commissioned Lhasa, its second Type 055 destroyer. CCTV reported that the destroyer recently made its first public appearance at a naval base in Qingdao, East China's Shandong province. It was named after Lhasa, the Tibetan capital, which was taken over by China in 1950. Viewers may note the first Type 055 destroyer, Nanchang, was commissioned on January 12, 2020. The PLA Navy plans to have a fleet of 8 Type 055 destroyers, technically its most capable naval vessel to date. One of the most important components of the U.S. Navy surface fleet is the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. The U.S. Navy has around 67 of these. These destroyers are considered to be one of the best in the world and have operated in waters far from the American homeland, carrying out a wide range of missions. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes which is the more mighty destroyer, American Arleigh Burke-class or Chinese Type 055. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. Arleigh Burke-class destroyers have an overall length of 509 feet, or 155 meters, and displacement of about 9,200 tons. Warships of this class are powered by 4 General Electric LM2500-30 gas turbines producing 100,000 horsepower, or 75 megawatts, that drive 2 shafts. They have a speed of 34 miles or 55 kilometers per hour and a range of 5,030 miles or 8,100 kilometers. Type 055 warships have an overall length of 590 feet or 180 meters and have a displacement of about 13,000 tons when fully loaded. Warships of this class are powered by 6 QC-280 gas turbines producing 150,000 horsepower or 112 megawatts. They have a speed of 34 miles or 55 kilometers per hour and a range of 5,755 miles or 9,300 kilometers. Because of its size, many analysts consider Type 055 to be a cruiser. Type 055's biggest asset is the massive VLS vertical launch system array. It's configured with a 112-cell VLS. This is higher than Arleigh Burke-class, which has a 96-cell VLS, and is only surpassed by South Korea's new Sejong the Great-class destroyers, which have 128 VLS cells, and Russian and American cruisers. The VLS cells are important constituents because they're multi-role and can be used to deploy different types of weapons. We'll now look into 6 different aspects of the warships, rate them independently, and finally arrive at a definitive score. Arleigh Burke is currently dependent on outdated Harpoon anti-ship missiles. It has 2 Mark 141 Harpoon missile launcher for anti-ship role. Harpoon has a range of 70 to 150 miles, depending on variant, and has a subsonic speed of Mach 0.8. The warship is equipped with Standard Missile 6, which can be used as a high-speed anti-ship missile, though primarily it's an air defense weapon with anti-ballistic missile capability. It has a speed of Mach 3.5 and a range of 150 miles, or 240 kilometers. But the small warhead of 140 pounds, or 64 kilograms, is not potent enough to sink a large surface combatant. China deploys the YJ-18 for anti-ship duties. Western analysts believe the YJ-18 is a copy of the Russian caliber 3M-54E. It has a subsonic cruise mode during which it flies at Mach 0.8. but it accelerates in the terminal phase of the flight and reaches a supersonic speed of Mach 3. The missile has a range of 330 miles or 540 kilometers. It's evident that Type 055 is better armed when it comes to anti-ship warfare. The Arleigh Burke-class of the guided missile destroyer is the United States Navy's first class of destroyers to be built from the ground up to include the Aegis combat system. The Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense System is designed by the United States Department of Defense, Missile Defense Agency, to protect against short and intermediate-range ballistic missiles. Aegis Ballistic Missile Defense is devised to intercept ballistic missiles post-boost phase and before re-entry. It enables Arleigh Burke-class warships to shoot down enemy ballistic missiles by expanding the Aegis combat system with the addition of the ANSPY-1 radar and standard missiles. Aegis BMD-equipped vessels can transmit their target detection information to other systems and, if needed, engage potential threats using missiles like SM-2, SM-3, and SM-6. The official People's Liberation Army Navy announcement indicates that Type 055 includes anti-missile capability, but it's mostly thought to be designed for countering cruise missiles. The class has had little to no anti-ballistic missile defense capability. Arleigh Burke-class has RUM-139A VL ASROC for anti-submarine role. It has a range of 13 miles or 22 kilometers. Type 055 has YU-8A anti-submarine missiles for this purpose. It's similar in capabilities to the American counterpart. There's not much to differentiate. Arleigh Burke-class carries two MH-60R LAMPS-3 helicopters, whereas Type 55 can carry two Changzhi-18F helicopters. MH-60R LAMPS-3 has been optimized over the years for the anti-submarine warfare role, and its sensors are better compared to the Changzhi-18F. Arleigh Burke-class has Mark 32 triple torpedo tubes. These can launch Mark 46 or Mark 50 torpedoes. A single hit from these torpedoes can cripple any ship. Type 055 has two sets of 324mm torpedo tubes. YU-7 torpedoes are thought to be capable of diving to a depth of 400 meters as compared to 590 meters of Mark 50. Both ships have a layered air defense system. While for medium-range air defense, Arleigh Burke-class is equipped with missiles like SM-2, SM-6. Type 055 has HQ-9. Dedicated short-range air defense is also available in both the warships. Arleigh Burke-class is equipped with Enhanced Sea Sparrow Missile, ESSM, which can be quad-packed in each Mark 41 VLS cell. This allows ESSM-equipped ships to have more shots per VLS cell. It's a very well-tested and reliable weapon. ESSM has a range of 31 miles or 50 kilometers and a speed of Mach 4. There are rumors that Type 55 warships will be equipped with DK-10 surface-to-air missiles, which is touted to be similar to the ESSM. But its integration with the warship's battle management system is not expected to be as full-fledged as with ESSM, which is very important when it comes to air defense. Neither is as well tested. The maturity of American systems gives the Arleigh Burke-class an upper hand. Arleigh Burke-class is equipped with well-known BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missiles for land attack. It has a long range of up to 1,550 miles or 2,500 kilometers with subsonic speed. Type 055 is equipped with CJ-10. The CJ-10 is a second-generation Chinese ground-based land attack missile. It's derived from the KH-55 missile. It has a range of less than 1,500 kilometers or 930 miles and has subsonic speed. Both the missiles have a warhead of about 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds. So Tomahawk has distinctly better strike envelope. Though the other aspects are similar, it's to be noted that Tomahawk has seen way more combat missions and is expected to be much more effective in real-life situations. Both the classes of warships are equipped with several naval guns and close-in weapon systems. Arleigh Burke-class has a 5-inch naval gun, one 20mm Phalanx CIWS, as well as two 25mm M242 Bushmaster. Type 055 is outfitted with HPJ-38 130mm dual-purpose naval gun and HPJ-11 CIWS. There's not much to differentiate, and it's to be noted that these armaments can be upgraded in the future relatively easily. So it's a tie. As evident from the overall score, the Arleigh Burke-class is a step ahead of Type 055 when it comes to overall capabilities. The spec sheet of Type 055 is formidable and will certainly give a big boost to Chinese naval capabilities. It represents a major upgrade when it comes to Chinese shipbuilding. With Type 055, China has displayed the ability to build powerful warships which are a worthy opponent to American counterparts. It's interesting to note that in a 1-to-1 encounter, Type 055 will have an upper hand because of its superior anti-ship capability. But naval battles are not fought like that, and it's the overall capability of a warship that enables a military to formulate a battle strategy, keeping in mind different aspects. Chinese still need to work a lot when it comes to the overall weapons package. The U.S. Navy has the experience of fighting naval wars since World War II, and the maturity of the armament on board the Arleigh Burke-class warship is a testimony to that fact. In a real-world naval engagement, the Arleigh Burke-class warship will dominate the battle, and the overall score represents this very fact. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.